Hello, everyone. This is a practical core story, you might call it, for our class, Philosophy 154, this coming semester, our online course. So there will be a general course overview, which will actually talk about what we will be reading, why, what the major questions and issues are in terms of the subject matter of the course. But this is just a practical video to get you started to make sure that you know how things are arranged on the Canvas site and what the requirements for the course are, what you'll need to do. So the best thing to do is to go to the Canvas site and poke around and see how things are arranged. It is still in the process of being constructed, especially the syllabus, but the basics are here and what you need to do to get started. That's all here. Let me talk about a few things. First of all, what are the requirements for the course? This will be on the syllabus as well. For every reading, there will be a set of study questions that needs to be done. So you just have to get in the habit of for every reading, completing a set of study questions that needs to be submitted by the due date. For every reading, there will also be a discussion board that needs to be completed by the due date. There will be a midterm oral exam, which we'll set up. It'll just be me and you talking for 15 or 20 minutes about the material. And there'll be another midterm, midterm. Sorry about that. There'll be a final oral exam at the end of the class, which will be another session just between you and me, which we'll set up, which will be a conversation in both cases. The first time about what we've read for the first couple of weeks of the class. The second time about everything that we've read for the class. And I'll just ask you some basic questions about the readings, and I'll expect you to be familiar with them. But we'll talk more about that at a certain point. And then there'll be a final essay, and we'll see what will be a prompt, a final essay due at the end of the course. And I'll talk more about that as we go along in the course. So those are they're all the requirements for the course, and you can think of them in terms of short-term or regular requirements and then long-term requirements. Here, if we look at the way that the Canvas site is arranged, after the introductory material, course schedules here, an outline of course requirements, syllabus. This is the midterm sign-up sheet, which you can sign up for a time at any point, but you need to do it by February 2nd. After that, you see that the course is arranged by week. Week 1 is finished. You can get started whenever you like. Week 2, the readings are all sketched out here. It's just I have to fill in the assignments, the study questions, and the discussion boards. But that's all based on the course schedule. So here's a typical arrangement. The course, again, is arranged by week. Week 1. The first thing you'll see is an idea of video. I'm doing a lot of videos for this class. And that is a video in which I talk about what the general issues are in the week's reading. That'll be done every week. That is, you'll see. It's generally an overview video of the week's material. So that's there. And I would suggest looking at it, as I would suggest looking at all the videos. And then the thing is arranged by day. You'll see this is just a header. Wednesday, 117, our first reading, Herodotus, Custom is King. You will find all the readings in the required textbook, which is outlined here. You simply have to have this textbook, have to have access to it in some way to complete the course. There's just no way around it. The book is available in the bookstore. That's all I need to say. If you're trying to avoid buying a copy of the textbook, you're going at it the wrong way. You've paid a lot of money for this course, and the cost of the textbook, $20 or $30. I'm not saying that that's not real money, but you want to do well in the course. So an investment in the textbook is the minimum that you need to do. So all the readings are contained in that textbook. which you're going to need to have. There's just no way around it. So our first reading here, Herodotus, Custom is King, very brief reading. There'll be a video. Again, I do a lot of videos where I just talk generally about the reading. So that's there. And then a set of study questions that are due on that date. This is Wednesday, 1/17. The Herodotus study questions are due by midnight on the 17th. And that's true of every one of the readings. The course is arranged weekly in a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. There will always be a set of study questions that are due for the reading every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So again, we've got the reading, Herodotus, Custom is King. You just need to look for that in the, on the course schedule. And it will be in the textbook, the anthology that I chose. There's a video in which I talk about the reading. I don't check to see whether you've watched it. I just figure that you want to do well in the course, so hearing what the teacher has to say about the reading is a good idea. I would strongly suggest it. There's a set of study questions that are due that day, Wednesday, 1/17, and there is a discussion board that is due that day too. So for every reading, you have to submit a set of study questions and you have to participate in the discussion board. There will always be a prompt. Here, it's just respond to whatever the prompt is. And as it says here in bold, please keep in mind that for all discussion boards, that's for every single discussion board, to get full credit for participation in the discussion board, you have to post at least twice. So your first post should be your substantive response to the prompt, which is right here. And your second post should be a thoughtful reply to someone else's post. So you got to do both of those things to get full credit for the discussion board. You've got to post once your own thoughts, your own response, and it should be a substantive response. It shouldn't just be a throwaway thing. You want to show that you've done the reading. You want to show that you've got thoughts about the reading. So it should get specific. It should be concrete. It shouldn't be some bland general thing that doesn't tell me anything about whether or not you've actually done the reading. You should get concrete and specific. And your second post should be a thoughtful response. That is not just I agree with you, that was good, or something like that. But you should reply to something, again, specific in what somebody is posting. So you got to do both those things to get full credit for the discussion board. And that's about it. We'll just be moving along. Wednesday, this reading, you should have done this reading and watch the video, submit the study questions by midnight, and also participate in the discussion board by midnight. I wouldn't put it off until midnight because we want to have some sort of back and forth going on. Then Friday, we've got another reading, the excerpt from Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologica on Natural Law. There's a video, there's a set of study questions, and there is a discussion board. So in this class, again, and we'll talk about, I'll remind you that you need to sign up for a spot in the midterm, but you can do that whenever you like. But these are the requirements. There is study questions due for every reading, a discussion board for every reading. You'll be setting up a midterm oral and a final oral exam with me to see how you're doing, in terms of your reading. And then there'll be a final essay. That final essay I can tell you, I'll get more specific, but it will, it will be your choice about what to write about. So, but it will be a 4-page essay due at the end, in which you'll write an opinion paper on some aspect of the course. Again, we'll get more specific about that as we go along. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My contact information is on the syllabus. Don't contact me through the Canvas site. I don't check that. Email me directly at the email, St. Joe's email that I have on the syllabus, or call me on my cell. I provided that number as well. So poke around the Canvas site, make sure that you know how things are arranged. The most important thing is to get started this week, doing the readings, watching the videos, submitting the study questions, and participating in the discussion board. Again, if you have any questions, please contact me and let me